Hello one, hello all, this is... I don't know what the fuck. Hello one, hello all, welcome to this episode of Will I Like It? I'm CP. Today we're covering Thoroughbreds.
Two teenage girls in suburban Connecticut rekindle their unlikely friendship after years of growing apart. In the process, they learn that neither is what she seems to be, and that a murder might solve both of their problems. Thoroughbreds was written and directed by Cory Finley and stars Olivia, Cooke, Anya Taylor-Joy, and features Anton Yelchin.
So to the channel question, who would like it? There's been a few marketing clips and posters that have used a quote stating that Thoroughbreds is like Heathers meets American Psycho, which, listen, you know that I like doing the movie blender game, but I wouldn't say it's so much one or the other. There are elements from both that are kind of similar. I would say Heather's way more than American Psycho. American Psycho is a lot more of a, I mean, until the third act you get just how incredibly psychological that movie is. But I wouldn't say this movie's that similar to American Psycho. It's just the nature's dark. I would say it's a distant relative of Heather's, Jawbreaker. You could even go as far as to say Cruel Intentions. Well-to-do teenagers that have no real empathy. And I think empathy is the major theme of this movie. As far as Thoroughbreds itself, aside from the comparisons, it's a movie that shows off those who don't really have any sort of boundaries and a lack of empathy when everything's handed to you. Just how little empathy there is from people who expect things. Social/political subtext with the lack of empathy and how it balances with those who are well-to-do and success. It's a movie that on the surface value it may seem a little cold, which I think it's presented like that on purpose. That these are these glorious houses, mansions that most of us would call mansions. That the lighting, the cinematography is very, very cold. Shadows in white come off bluish. There's never really bright, vibrant colors, and I think that's done on purpose. These girls are a bit vapid. The dialogue is pretty snappy, but you know, if you're just sitting there taking it as a drama, it could come off-putting, but I think it's done satirically and quite sharp, if you ask me. If you're looking for a bit of a snappy dialogue movie with dark comedic stuff happening, I would certainly say check this out, especially considering it may not be in theaters very long. Anton Yelchin, for those of you who are a fan and are curious to see what we have left of the late actor, he's a feature role in this. He's probably, maybe, he doesn't make an entrance until maybe the second act, and I think he's only in the second act. So there's, you know, don't get too married to the idea of Anton Yelchin being prominent in this film. But yeah, other than that, if you don't want to hear my opinion, please stop it now. Otherwise, here is Did I Like It? Did I like it? Yeah, quite a bit. It's something that's kind of lingered with me too. I'm still thinking about it, and the ending, the more I think about it, the more the whole theme of the movie is empathy. Emily and I had a discussion, and the consensus thus far is that something that we were thinking throughout the whole movie and maybe 10 minutes afterwards is the exact opposite. We think that the protagonist is actually somebody else. I won't spoil that for you, but the dialogue's really, really sharp. Dark humor. I guess that's where, if you had to compare it to American Psycho, I guess that's where the comparison would lie.
How long are you here, Amanda?
My mom's gonna pick me up around midnight.
Midnight's late for us. I'll call your mom. She can come pick you up now.
She's busy.
Doing what?
Chemotherapy.
The cinematography is quite interesting. I saw somebody say that it was this year's Blade Runner, and I wouldn't go anywhere near that sentiment. But I think it was very unique to see almost a lot of these shots were kind of like done like fly on the wall types, you know, very, very far away from the subjects and a slow build to them and what's going on in the room. It felt very, I don't want to say voyeuristic, but it kind of did. It kind of felt like a fly on the wall, and I found it helped the story a bit. Again, the use of way muted tones in a picturesque lifestyle as far as anybody without money is concerned, and it's presented in this dull color palette. It's really, really unique. I would certainly recommend it, if at least to just, you know, let people who put movies in theaters know that there's way more than action and franchises. Please, if you have interest, go check it out or look into it a little bit more. I would say it's worth it. I currently have it ranked 3rd for 2018. I know that's not saying much. I don't think I've seen 10 movies yet this year, but it's Annihilation, Game Night, and then Thoroughbreds. So, yeah. Do me a favor, comment down below if you've seen it or if you have any sort of interest or whatever. Let me know down below. Let's start a discussion on Thoroughbreds. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. Throw a thumbs up if you'd like. Click that bell because, I don't know, apparently that does things. And have a day.